Not sure what I should be doing.
I'll go ahead.
Spent 2 weeks resolving the loyalty of citizens in the barony. Let's do it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck? Darn. I have no idea what's going on. Let's just leave our stuff behind. A fragment of an ancient pillar covered with eroded letters of an unknown language. Sorry.
Give the order.
Adventurers call to them.
I'll go ahead.
What troubles you?
Right here, my friend.
I forgot what everything does. There doesn't seem to be anything here.
Tread lightly.
We have Russians. No, it doesn't seem like it. New events.
Let us be careful.
I feel like this is a late game, or at least a mid-game event. How do I increase my advisor post?
The path is clear.
I should sell some stuff. I don't think I've been in here before.
I'll go ahead.
I've got some stuff to sell. I hope I don't need to use these items later in the game. Oops. I forgot to edit the save name. Why are pearls so cheap? There we go.
Let's head out.
Well, let's visit the tavern.
The path is clear. Tread lightly.
Another one half of the country belongs to the Murderers Guild. I didn't realize there was a guild for murderers. That's interesting. It means that theft is a much worse crime than robbery, if you catch my drift. I'm not sure what that even means. Do you sell rations? No, you don't.
Let us be careful.
So you proven yourself to be a mighty warrior? I may have, the trial's finished, and if someone ever doubt me, I will prove it. Amiri shakes her fist at the unseen offender. So I'm the chieftain of your new tribe? What do you expect of me? Tribe boys must have plenty of food. Tribe's enemies must be tough, not some easy scum. Tribe's fighters must challenge the strongest enemies. Also, well, Amiri contemplates deeply. You must rule the tribe, make big decisions. She waves her hand vaguely. Thanks for talking with me. Let's speak again later. Talking. When will we do some monster killing instead? Amiri sighs and turns away. Not interested. Now this is interesting. Just collecting my tax. Don't mind me.
I'll go ahead.
What's upstairs? Oh, Jafal. Locked.
The path is clear.
Locked. Darn. Locked again. Dwarven War Axe. Not sure who to give that to.
Let's head out. How may I serve you, Your Grace?
If I were to offer you a public position, what job would you like to do?
I believe I can manage to uphold the law. Being a warden would suit me well.
I'll see you later. Farewell. Oh dang, I can't purchase that much. Let's skip a day. Events. Troll invasion. Dustin arrived at the castle with reports of strange trolls swarming the Nar marches. To the throne room. Your Grace, Keston has a troubled look on his face. I fear there's another matter that requires your attention. There have been reports, many of them from settlements across the Nara marches, There are trolls in the forest, seemingly hordes of them. Rumors claim they're more than the typical savage beasts. They almost seem to show reason and tactics. They form groups, attack all at once, plunder the villages, and carry away the peasants. Even stranger kobolds have been spotted among their ranks, when usually they would be attacked on sight. Keston falls silent for a moment. I'm not certain any of this is reliable. Fear builds mountains of molehills. Some of the rumors even say these trolls carried torches and burned down houses, seemingly unafraid of open flames. It's entirely possible the rest of the reports could be exaggerated as well. The common folk will hardly heed any simple exhortation. Someone will need to go to the Gnarl Marches to investigate the matter. I was considering the matter when it hit me. What if you were to take on this investigation yourself, Your Grace? The Baron's duties to his people. I'll head south and look into the situation. Thank you, Your Grace. Keston sighs with relief. When you decide to go, please remember that the trolls can only be killed with fire or acid.
Trolls who didn't fear fire? That sounded terrible, and dangerous, and terribly dangerous. If we couldn't rein them in, our young barony would be eaten up in a snap.
Tread lightly.
Alright, let's go. Dog.
I'll go ahead. Let us be careful.
Alright, let's head out now. A recurrent dream has recently been troubling the Baron's slumbers. He sees valiant heroes entering ancient ruins to descend under the ground, never to return. Their faces show stern resolve, their lips pinched thin. The angry red sun follows the heroes into the darkness, casting its fleeting evening rays upon them. Just before waking, the Baron hears a faint whisper. Come to me, hero. I await you here in the tenebrous depths. How do I create a new council position? What's the exact description called? Unlock a leader post. Oh, I see, I just grow my kingdom.
I won't let you down. Here.
I'm listening.
The path is clear.
Oh, that's adorable.
Don't hesitate. To victory! Let us strike as one!
Tear them apart!
Maybe that Reese isn't necessary.
Serves you right.
Now, what happened to this person? Nothing much, I guess.
Tread lightly.
You can count on me.
Let's head out.
A gnome. Hey, you there. Quick, you've gotta help us.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
I can't see the grease underneath the water. Quick, you've gotta help us. So, the gnome invites some of his friends. Stupid, slow, sluggish gnome. No. Stupid. There's a purple kobold on the riverbank, who looks just like your old acquaintance Tartusio. Kobolds want this cart. Kobolds shall have it. The horse skull hides most of the kobold's face, but you see his vicious eyes glinting through the empty sockets, staring at you. By orders of myself, the glorious King Tartuk. Until recently you thought you killed him. The kobold pounds his chest with his fist. Tartuk King. The head of the gnome expedition wipes his brow and glares at the kobold. This bastard was the one talking our ears off while the rest of them were trying to steal Lycart. King Tartuk, the gnome looks at you and winks. What do you say to a bit of regicide? Tartusio, I recognize you. What is this new disguise and why are you not dead? How dare you speak like that to King Kobolds? Attack! Shards! Judas. Oh gosh, they're buffed. Move out of the grease.
Bring it. Do not falter.
Do I not have AoEs? Dang. Did I just kill the civilians?
Onward!
I'll shoot you some more on the hill.
Stay behind me!
See you soon enough. This is not over.
I'll go ahead. The road awaits.
I can't talk to these guys. While the gnomes were busy fighting the kobolds, furiously cursing and diligently punching their unwelcome guests right in their dragonish snouts, the cart was all but forgotten, the unwitting cause of the fight. It was being dragged away by the scared ponies when it slid down the ford, sinking all the way up to the coachman's seat in the river. This was where the Skunk River flows into the Tusk Water, and the current becomes excessively spiteful, cold, stubborn, and turbulent. Having taken hold of the gnome's cart, the Skunk River must have decided to drag it down amid all the commotion, but it was caught in the act. The surviving gnomes, led by the head of the gnome expedition, an extremely loud and crabby fellow, but not without some managerial talent, were able to catch the cart before it floated away. Faces red and grunting from the strain, they struggled to keep it from drowning entirely. Just then, a package fell into the water. With a heartbreaking splash, it vanished beneath the current, only to resurface 10 meters down the river. No, the head of the gnome expedition moaned, as he glowered at the package. That was Alchemy and Life, the latest issue. After plunging into the cold river, the ponies immediately lost their nerve. Swiveling their ears and twitching, they tried to chew through the reins and throw off the load. Why are you just standing around? Go on, help them. The head of the gnome expedition was visibly dissatisfied as he shouted. One of us tried to jump onto the cart to untie the ponies still standing in the water. I'll do it. Bleachard nimbly climbed onto the roof of the cart and carefully crawled toward the ponies hitched up at the riverbank. The ponies seemed to be relieved to feel a firm hand holding the reins again. The calmed down at once and allowed themselves to be unhitched. In just a few moments they were standing back at the ford, ready to pull the cart from the river. Gathering our strength, we began pulling the cart from the river. Ready? Ah, my foot. The head of the gnome expedition yelled, his face red and angry. With help like this? My possessions will be down the river in a flash. Just go to the camp or find those runaway ponies, or find some other way to help gods. The cart creaked and cracked, sounding as though it was sobbing. The boards strained against the combined stress of the rushing water's pull against everyone trying to pull the cart ashore. Unfortunately for the cart, both sides were of equal strength. Something had to be done, or the poor cart would be torn to pieces. The exhausted ponies had worked themselves up into a lather, and foam covered the bits in their teeth. The Baron tried to calm and reassure them. After everyone struggled together for a while, the cart finally made it out of the muddy riverbed and rolled back onto the rocky ground of the waiting ford, prompting some seemingly indignant sloshes and scorches as the river releases its trophy and rushed along in search of easier prey. Losing no time, the head of the gnome expedition jumped inside. For a good while, rattling and swearing were all that could be heard from the cart, until the gnome's face finally reappeared from under the rooftop, seemingly satisfied. Almost everything's still in place, he announced cheerfully, jumping from the cart. It's all wet and crumpled, but at least nothing's missing. Thank you, travelers, if not for your help. Guided by my keen supervision, of course, I'd have to say goodbye to all my possessions. Come here, my valiant savior, let me have a word with you. I am valiant savior. Why is Valerie encumbered? The gnome that stands before you wears dirty and ragged clothes. They used to look stylish and wealthy long ago, but those times are long gone. His black hair is matted, a deep fresh scratch across his cheek. Despite of this rather pathetic look, the gnome behaves with inner dignity and even manages to maintain a superior manner.
Jubilus Nartropple, at your grace's service. Your help with these kobolds and my almost drowned cart was timely indeed. By the way, it's a shame no one organized a greeting party when such a famous and popular person as myself arrived to your capital. I wasn't expecting a red carpet covered with rose petals, but you could at least have sent ahead some delegation. Oh, at least some of my servants are still alive. Do you know how much it costs to train a proper servant?
To be lost jabbers too fast, never stopping even to take a breath. You can see he's piled up some emotions and just needs to get them out of his system.
Sounds like your servants are nothing but tools to you. Truly, with masters like that, being a servant is not much of an improvement over being a slave.
What's this then? Huh. Run along, little girl, the grown-ups are talking.
So, you're not only arrogant, but a boorish swine as well. Why am I not surprised at all?
Jubilost only clears his throat, paying no attention to the fuming mage.
Also, while I'm on that, I'd like to make an official announcement. The roads in your barony are in terrible condition. People must search for wading fords to cross the rivers because no one had bothered themselves with building bridges, and honest travelers have to take the risk of being attacked by kobolds at any moment. So, how did you say your barony was called? Oh, whatever, never mind. When I draw the map of these lands, I will call them Maybe Local Baron Will Help. I guess it's a fitting name.
The gnome fell silent at last. He just watches you with his shifty eyes, opening and closing his mouth, as if he wants to say something more, but hasn't come up with anything yet.
You think too highly of yourself, Sir Gnome. Behave with some dignity while you're on these lands.
Oh, I see. The very spirit of knighthood embodied. So, what do you propose me to do, Sir Knight? Should I lie?
By no means. But you shall not be so blunt. I bid you to express your opinion in a more courteous form.
Your problem, Sir Knight, is that you worry too much about form and appearance. Unsurprisingly so, considering your pretty face. As for me, I worry solely about the content.
Valerie blushes even more and turns away. It seems to you that the gnome has stepped on her toes. For someone who values content so highly, you seem pretty quick to make superficial judgments.
Oh, is that so? I would deem it necessary to inform you that...
Please, don't waste your words and time on this buffoon, especially because of me.
Valerie nods to you with a slight smile, indicating her appreciation for your aid. How do you know I am a baron?
I've already told you I visited your capital some time ago. Weren't you listening to me? And I'm used to being greeted by officials when I arrive to settlements of at least some importance. The glory of myself and my exploits usually precedes me, and officials usually prefer to be on good terms with me.
Jubilos smiles slyly. I didn't know you'd come.
Yes, you're right. I should have remembered that your lands are in the middle of nowhere, and you don't get updates on important things in time.
So what happened here? How did your cart end up in a river?
My party and I set up camp at the bank of this river. We'd just finished kindling the fire when that purple bastard appeared. You know what he told me? He introduced himself as the King of the Kobolds and told me he needed our clothes because he wanted to dress his subjects properly, you see, as long as they've established the kingdom of their own. That's literally what he said. I wonder, where did he learn the words? Obviously, I told him to buzz off. Some kobold wants to strut around wearing the clothes of the great cartographer Jubilos Nartropple. No way. So I've been explaining my position to him, being rather eloquent too, suggesting he and his so-called kingdom might as well fall into the deepest sinkhole. But in the meantime, I've noticed that kobolds have already started to untie my cart. Well, I called my men to keep the cart safe. They couldn't guess what to do on their own, just stood there with their mouths ajar. Then things heated up as the fighting started, and while we were fighting, the ponies dragged the cart to the river. Ah, stupid animals.
You said you were famous, but I don't know you. What are you famous for?
That was either a stupid and offensive joke or a case of total ignorance. The latter, I hope. I'm famous as a traveler, a cartographer, an alchemist, and a journalist. The students of all the major universities study the world using my maps. My articles for different journals are well known everywhere, from Andorran to Brevoy. You've definitely read some issues of National Alchemy, haven't you? Culinary Almanac of the Inner Sea? Or the most scandalous one, The Independence, describing benefits and drawbacks of governments and regimes in different states? Didn't read any of these? Oh, well, don't answer that. I don't want to spoil my impression of your barony. It's spoiled enough already. It would be hard for me to write at least something positive otherwise.
Wait, the Jubilos Narthrapple? Author of the 14.5 eulogies to Pitax? Oh my, every student in the Academy of Grand Arts devoured your books, especially after King Aravetti banned them, tried you in absentia, and sentenced you to death.
I see at least someone in this shabby barony has at least a rudimentary education, even if they got them in such a dubious establishment as the Pitax Academy of Grand Arts.
I was expelled for irreverence.
Is this so? Well, if it is true, then you just might not be beyond hope.
I was expelled for irreverence. So what is such a famous person doing that far from civilization?
I pursued two objectives. The first is to write an article on this new barony of yours for the Independence. The second is to draw a detailed map of the stolen lands. Before this barony appeared, it had been too dangerous to come here, but now an opportunity has appeared. Thanks to you, I must add. So, as you can see, the freedom of speech sometimes grants positive comments too. Anyway, I'm almost done with this journey. My article is practically ready, so is the map. All that's left to do now is to find an old dwarven outpost established here several centuries ago.
What is this dwarven outpost you're searching for?
Your ignorance is stunning. You create a barony and still you know nothing about the lands you own. I'll have to enlighten you on the subject. You see, long ago there was a dwarven trade route crossing these lands. It connected Five Kings Mountains and the north. The route was so important to the dwarves that they were generous enough to set a number of outposts along it, manned with armed guardians to provide protection for the traders. One of these outposts must be somewhere nearby, lost and completely forsaken, but nothing can avoid the watchful eye of the great cartographer Jubilos Nartropple. I will find this outpost, and I will mark its location on the map. You can trust me on that.
Tell me, is this old dwarven outpost abandoned? Is it possible it's now used by trolls as a lair, for instance?
Why not? Dwarves like being underground, trolls like being underground too. It's quite possible after dwarves left, their warm and cozy place fell into the hands of less attractive creatures.
I'm looking for the troll's lair. Maybe we're looking for the same place. Let's join our efforts and start looking together.
Well, you proved to be a capable companion in a case of emergency. I guess I can entrust you with covering my back. Let's go. I will send someone for my cart later.
Oh dang, I can recruit him. Heavy leather armor +1.
Let us bide our time.
Where's this heavy crossbow and leather armor +1? Oh, is the grease still there?
This is for you!
Oh, is that a gnome guard down there?
I'll fight if I have to.
Let us be careful.
The card is unbroken, almost unharmed, and ready for... Are you okay, Octavia?
What's the holdup? Onwards. Together.
There's the armor. Where'd my leather armor go? Where'd my crossbow go?
Tread lightly. The path is clear.
Oh, shoot.
Confide in me.
Here.
I wrote it like I saw it. Anything is possible.
I am yours to command.
And then our leader
Let
charged
us fight
forward.
as one.
Hey, wait for me.
What's that?
What the heck is Thunder Call? What's wrong with that guy?
A solid plan.
Oh, it's Amiri who's laughing. Oh, it's the Boomsayer.
You can't stop me!
This. Adding the bleaching practical guidance. I'm not sure what all that was about.
I'm listening.
I'll go ahead.
Consider me provoked.
Do not
Forwards!
falter!
I'm going to have to look up a guide to how to play this game after, as this game is pretty difficult.
Let's head out.
This is for you. You deserved it.
Oh, wolves.
I am your shield.
Enemy near.
Any last wishes?
Let's try this out.
Won't kill me!
Oh, what happened? Why is she stunned? Stunned. Why can't I use this? Ring of protection, nice.
Let us be careful.
Nice. How did they get so much vision? Why are you so slow, Lindsay? Oh, they're fighting each other. Attack.
Onwards! Stay behind me! Let us strike as one! Do not falter!
Where did that recipe go? There we go.
The path is clear.
I believe I found something.
Onwards!
Let's head out.
I need to catch my breath.
Let's take a break.
The path is clear.
An ancient curse quest. The ancient curse you were warned about now plagues your lands. It will decrease your barony stats every 2 days for 14 days. Unless you overcome it. To protect your barony, you should hurry to the bold hilltop to confront the threat, while also sending one of your advisors to assess the consequences of the curse. Both actions are vital to the well-being of your barony. Right. Also sending one of your advisors to assess the consequences of the curse. The rumors surrounding the bold hilltop proved true. The barony has been flooded with monstrous spiders, attacking the locals and slaughtering the cattle. Reports indicate that the huge arachnids spread a ghastly disease that weakens the victim with fever and coats their bodies with blisters. This invasion has to be stopped before panic and infection ravage the stolen lands. This seems like a crisis, so I'm gonna use one. Unless... should I? I probably should.
I'll go ahead.
I wonder if Tristan is busy with that task. Will he be able to join my party?
Let us be careful.
I don't need all this armor.
path is clear. Tread lightly. Let's head out.
Yes, let's head out. Oh, I can still have him in my party, huh?
Don't hesitate.
Where's your shield? Well, what the heck is that?
Aim carefully.
What's wrong with her shield?
Tear them apart!
Oh, bless is an AoE. Oh, more spiders. That's scary. I don't like it.
Out of our story.
What? Silky? Who are you?
Stay behind me! Let a strike is one! Do not falter!
Hmm. Let's stage that person.
Just another way to use this spell?
She's not humanoid. Oh, she's Fae. Level 12 Fae.
Attack! A solid plan.
Please. What a miserable chapter.
Onwards! Avenge me!
Yikes. I thought I was doing well, but nope. Not really.
Confide in me.
Here!
I wrote it like I saw it.
I shall not fail.
What troubles you?
Done with waiting. Here.
Adventures call to them.
Let us bide our time. Blood for Gorham!
Lindsay. Spread some grease around the battlefield. And one here. Oh, what the heck? I don't want turn-based.
A solid plan.
Let us strike as one!
My skills exceed yours.
Do not falter!
Out of our story.
You are tear them apart! Forwards!
Oh shoot, she's taking damage.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Please kill the Doom Spider. You're not greased. Get greased.
Aim carefully.
Reset. Oh gosh.
Miserable. Last chapter.
26 AC tag. Are you kidding me?
Learn from my mistake. This won't kill me. I'll survive. I always survive.
Third time's the charm, I hope.
Here!
Just letting the ink dry.
Share your troubles.
You can count on me!
What troubles you?
Ready and willing.
Person, large person. Here we go.
I shall not fail.
How may I help?
Here.
Blood for Gorham! Succeed yours.
We see only 14, that's fine.
Tear them apart!
I heard that grease stacks, so try it.
Ah! They go down!
Repeating scream save. Oh gosh, that's the doom spider. Old person.
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
Let us strike as one. Do not falter. Onwards.
Killed a giant spider.
Bring it!
Stay behind me.
Oh, it's so close to death. Oh, it's dead finally.
Let us strike as one.
May I suggest another way to use the spell?
Why is this guy not being affected by web?
Dawnflower, grant me strength.
Bug potions. Zero reduced, dang.
You are outmatched.
But that's it.
Tear them apart! I'll go ahead. Our duty calls.
Everybody loot Silky. Mon looter.
They go down!
Nice. Vibrant skin cloak. Ring of protection +1. Okay, everyone get out. Get out now. Up. This grease is so much fun and I like it.
Done with waiting. I am your shield. As you order.
I should probably rest first.
The path is clear.
The rumors surrounding the bold hilltops proved true. Oh, the barony managed to persevere and enjoys peace once again. Eugen demands your presence. An advisor wants to discuss an urgent matter that concerns the barony's future. Octavia looks alarmed. You won't believe what just happened. Some crook showed up at your gates insisting on seeing the lad who bumped off the Stag Lord. He says that he's brought a tribute to the new chief of the Stolen Lands and asks for permission to conduct his business under your protection. You don't want to be seen as another Stag Lord and your lands as an open field for thugs. Then throw this scoundrel out, along with his tribute. Wait. Oh, it's a crook. Drive this bandit from my lands and from now on do the same to any similar petitioners. Octavia nods. Of course, I will indulge myself a bit and let our citizens chase the crook to the city gates. The Baron granted the advisor an audience to discuss the matter at hand. I know I just saved, but I can't help myself. Oops, I needed to rename that save file. The military parade made the locals proud how strong the barony has become over the past few months. A flood of volunteers have joined the army. Unknown troublemakers are spurring the people to rebel against their ruler. Grumblings of popular discontent can be heard in the capital. Advisors should either answer to the rebel rousers or nip the rebellion in the bud. Wait, why do I have another crisis point? How many days does this take? 14 days. Your Grace, we are victorious. We fought off the spider invasion and defeated the strange dryad who led them. As a sign of gratitude, your subjects have a special reward for you. I wonder, was the flood of spiders truly caused by that curse? I mean, the curse must be ancient and very ominous. The spiders were definitely scary as well, but they weren't ancient and ominous. I agree with Lindsay, this does seem strange. Seems more like the plot of an insane dryad than a true curse. Then how can we explain the dismal atmosphere on the bald hilltop, the pressure both of us felt there, Jold? Maybe the curse drove the poor dryad insane, causing her to lead the spider invasion into the barony. Christian shakes his head incredulously. In any case, I have alarming news. As soon as the spider invasion was over, I visited the bald hilltop again. It's grown quite it once more, and just as gloomy as before. I don't think the curse is broken, just laying low, like a monster that rests before it feeds again. How much time do we have? Oh, a fair amount. I'd say half a year, or even more. Now that the bold hilltop is quiet again, I can barely feel its evil will. I'm sure we will have enough time to prepare for the next attack. I want to deal with this problem once and for all. What do you recommend? Yes, let's level the bold hilltop to the ground and put an end to the curse. I doubt we will be able to defeat it in such a straightforward fashion. The heart of the curse is undoubtedly centered on the bald hilltop, but the spiders appeared all throughout the barony. I don't think we are going to do any damage to the curse by destroying the hilltop. I would expect exactly the opposite. Would only provoke it into attacking again, immediately on the heels of the last. No, the best we can do for now is make sure we're prepared for the next attack. Don't be such a pessimist, Tristian. We might truly be able to overcome the curse, but only by studying it thoroughly. Your Grace, I will gather all the information available on this curse and get to work. Well, let's prepare for the next attack. Tristian nods. Very wise. If only we knew more about the curse, we might figure out some way to fight it. Lindsay frowns. I don't understand. I spoke to the locals. They never had any spider invasions before, and nothing ever happened on the bold hilltop before either. Now both spiders and the curse, right when the new barony appeared in the stolen lands. All of this seems highly coincidental. Get ready for anything. You may base new settlements in your regions on discovered crossroads. And then you click on the location where you want a new settlement to be found. The cost of founding a new settlement is 50 BP. As soon as this has been paid, you may name the new village or keep its default name. I want to try. Ooh, shiny. The people didn't want to fight, only to know that their voices were heard in the capital. The instigators disappeared as quickly as they emerged, once the locals' faith in their ruler was restored. Oh, that's too bad. I don't know what this means. 1/8, 11. Oh. So, a heartbroken mother begs for help. An important visitor has arrived at the castle and demands an audience at once. Stefano Mosconi, the man before you reeks of vanity. His black hair is curled, styled, and generously waxed. From the hair atop his head to the points of his mustache, his cheeks and forehead are powdered white, and giving him a pallid look. His hand rests casually on the goat hilt of his rapier. As he approaches, a mean sly smile appears on his face. Clearly practiced and prepared in advance. Ah, the ruler of this barony, I'm flattered by your attention. Sir Stefano Mosconi of Pitax, at your service. The man performs a derisive bow. What brings a Pitaxian noble to my barony? I was just traveling back home to glorious Pitax after paying a visit to Restov, all in service of King Castruccio Irovetti. I thought I might take a day to visit the capital of Pitax's bold new neighbor. Sir Stefano sniffs and grins. I must say, I really should have spared myself the trouble. It's hardly worth seeing. I'm always open to criticism, so long as it's fair and reasonable. Oh then, I'll gladly give you my report. Sir Stefano's voice takes on a condescending tone. Follow along on your fingers, assuming you can count. 1. Your army is weak. You lack the guards to properly defend your lands, so you must choose between the villages, the towns, and the trade routes. 2. Your economy is a shambles. You have to personally resolve an issue of tax collection from a lowly inn, and it seems your treasury even depends upon this handful of coins. And 3. Your culture is, well, non-existent really. What do you even have? No art galleries, no universities. Sir Stefano waves you his hand dismissively. Your capital may as well be a cowshed, with your donkey sitting atop of a heap of hay. Perhaps there's a touch of truth to your words, but my barony is still very young. Everything will be different soon. If anything ever changes here, it'll be the number of dung flies, and that will only grow. Ah well, I shall continue this slaughter. No use battling someone who can't even fight back. All the best. Sir Stefano performs a mocking bow. Where's my elk sitting in front of my face? I mean, standing in front of my face. A peasant woman, her face soaked with tears, approaches you quickly. Oh, your grace, woe is me. I've met my darkest hour. You're my last hope. By all the gods ever prayed to, don't leave me in need. My name is Jenna Tannerson. Our village is a short way from here. It's been 2 days since my boy Tig ran away, and I haven't seen him since. We've searched and searched, but it's no use. If you don't find him, no one else will. Do you have any idea where he might be? Jenna looks around cautiously and whispers, There's this old hag in the Gnarl Marches, a swamp witch. I won't say her name out loud. Don't you even ask. The mere thought of her chills the blood in my veins. She has the evil eye, and she eats people. She even turns into a black raven and soars in the sky. It's sure as day that she took my boy. Do you people disappear frequently here? They sure do. There are so many hazards around, it's hard to name them all. Wild beasts in the forest, and monsters, and some troblins, and bandits, and whatever. Even adults have hard time surviving here, and for a little kid. So, I'll try to find him. Oh, your grace. Thank you so much. I'll be praying to Aristil to grant you long life. If there's any news, I'll be nearby, in the tavern. May the good gods help you, the sobbing woman leaves. Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently, and I noticed old Boken just standing there, bored to death with nothing to do. This is most unfortunate after all. The old grumbler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use for his skills, since the locals need nothing more than the simplest of healing potions. And then it struck me, why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decoctions and tinctures would certainly prove most useful to you. Also, it might be cheaper than simply buying from him or some other merchant. Interesting. Okay, I'll do that after finding the lost child and old trouble. Used for prosperity. Alright, our hero has a whole barony in his hands. I think I'll save building up this town for next time. Thank you all for watching.